You are still here. I remembered that I owe you a ghost story. If you're interested. I'm going to skip sewer access because I'll just do it later. There's nothing really that special about it. Okay, so my ghost story. I grew up in Rhode Island, which is riddled with supernatural lore. There's all kinds of dirty ass ghosts. What? The most vampire. The American state with the most vampire lore, says my wife. So that's just a little expositing on Rhode Island. And so my best friend growing up, I grew up in sort of a woodsy, suburban, rural area. And so my best friend growing up, who lived in the same town, he grew up on this huge plot of land. Like, it was like 80 acres. It was a giant piece of land that his family had owned for generations. And it is adjacent to, and touching, I guess that is what adjacent means. It's adjacent to the local Native American tribal reservation, which is sort of important context. So there's a history here. And so once we got to be in our, late teens and into our 20s, and the summer would come, we used to camp regularly. We would camp at my house. I had a much smaller plot of land, but still a few acres, and there was a river that ran through the land that I grew up on, and so we used to camp at my house. And my friend, whose name is Phil, he also had I think it was the same river that ran through his land as well. And so, sometimes you camp at my place, sometimes we camp at his place, but you're totally in the woods. You're not like it's not like backyard camping. Pitch tents, have a fire. Sometimes we'd catch our own fish and eat the fish, for a meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or whatever. So these became really a fixture of my youth. I do know how to ride, yes. And so I'm gonna pause gameplay for a second so I can focus on the story. So it's not Earthbound, Fritz. Oh, Fritz, you're just in time for a ghost story. I don't know if you've ever heard this. So, as a sidebar, Phil, the whole time I knew him from when we were friends from preschool to date. And so it's the whole time I've known him, Phil has always said that he, especially when he was a kid, used to have dreams of being a wolf. And he knew that he was a wolf, and he could see the wolves through the wolf's eyes and all this. And he would just have dreams of running through the forest, the forest that he grew up in. And so, okay, push that aside. So we used to do this thing once we got into our early 20s, and we kind of toughened up a little bit. We used to do this thing where when we were camping, once it became midnight, we would go on a hike through the woods with no light source whatsoever, just by moonlight at midnight. And we had a route that we would follow that kind of crossed the river and then followed the bank of the river and then went up a hill, and there was a small clearing, and then we'd hang out there for a little while, and then we'd make our way back. And so we would do that all the time, never had a problem. And so one time we invited some new friends, and they brought beer. And that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it was the first time, we were still in our early 20s. So it was the first time that anyone had brought beer, or at least a significant amount of beer, and someone had been drunk. And so we went on this midnight walk, and one of our friends was just completely hammered drunk. And it kind of was uncomfortable. And it put a weird tension in the air. And those of us who had, sort of come of age in this environment, it didn't feel right. There was like a weird vibe in the air. And so, as we're walking through the forest, I get the distinct feeling like there is something watching me, right? And so I keep thinking that I see something in the shadows that's looking at me, and it obviously, like, once I turn to look at it, it's clearly a shadow. It's not like, I didn't realistically think that something was, like, following us in the woods, but it felt like something was watching you, right? So we're going, and so part of Phil's dreams that he always used to have about being this wolf involved that there was this young Native American girl that that was in the dream, and they were sort of abstract dreams, but they were sort of reoccurring characters, the wolf and this girl. And so we're going on this walk, and we stopped for a minute along the way just to, like, regroup or whatever. Our friend is stumble drunk, so we're having to tend with that. And there's this spot where we're sort of on this sloping, the upslope of this hill that we're going up, and there's the river is at the bottom of it, and so there's an otter slide. And so I sort of, like, go over and I look down the otter slide for no real reason. I'm just compelled to. And then I even more, like, get the feeling that something is watching me. There's just a negative feeling. As I'm looking down this otter slide, in my mind, I hear an awful scream. This horrible, horrible, high-pitched scream. The scream of a young girl. Okay? And so I'm now mortified. And I have this incredible sense of urgency that I need to get to the end of this path that we take, which is another small clearing. But it's weird because I know it's in my head. I know that I didn't actually hear a scream, and so I can't say to the group, like, oh, we gotta go. Did you hear that scream? Like, I recognize that it's in my mind, but I'm still, like, kind of like I'm inching towards and sort of, like, nudging the group. Hey, we gotta keep going. Let's just get this over with. I'm, like, playing it cool, right? But in my mind, I'm like, oh, we gotta go. We have to hurry. Something is wrong. So we mosey up this hill, and then we get to the clearing, and I just have this, like, incredibly panicked feeling. And I'm, like, looking around, and then I have the sense that this wolf is just in the tree line, right? Like, just out of my view of the moonlight. And it's looking at me in a mocking sense. And I get this feeling that the scream I heard was this girl, this young Native American girl, being attacked by this wolf in the woods. And then I didn't run fast enough to help her. And the wolf knows that. And it's like mocking me. It's like staring me down from the shadows. Because it knows that I was too late. And so I just kind of become despondent after that. I'm I've just become crushed, and I feel this really heavy weight of sadness. And the whole time it's also sort of like a fog over me. Like, it's a little bit hazy. I had not been drinking. I did not drink at all. So, like, I'm feeling sort of the physical aspect of these emotions, but also I'm only sort of half there and half in reality and half in this sort of dreamlike or supernatural sort of hallucination or fantasy. So we hang out in this clearing for a little while, and then we start and we turn back, and we're going back. Now we get back to the first spot where we stopped, where the otter slide is, and two things happen. One is my best friend in the world to this day, now my sister-in-law, she used to have fainting spells when we were kids, or when she was a teenager, I guess. And so, wherein she would, sort of become dizzy, and she'd have to lie down. She generally wouldn't go like full unconscious fainting, but she would sort of it was almost like half faint and half seizure, sort of, where she'd be like, you could talk to her, but she would basically lose control of her body, and she would have to lie down and just be in it for a minute, and she'd be nauseous. She hadn't had that happen for years at this point, and then she had one that night, at that moment, at that otter slide. At the same time, all the emotion of what I had experienced or what I had perceived with this wolf and this girl and not being able to save her, presumably, it all sort of comes rushing in, and I am overwhelmed with emotion. And I break down, and I kind of slump down. I start bawling, absolutely bawling. And everyone, and it seems like it comes out of nowhere. And so everyone, it pulls attention towards me. Everyone's wondering what's the matter. And I'm just like, I no longer have the ability to play it cool. And I start ranting about I should have saved her. I was too late. I heard her scream, and I didn't go fast enough because I didn't believe it was real. And it's my fault that she got attacked by the wolf. And no one knows what the fuck I'm talking about. And stop it. And I'm just I'm losing it. I'm crying, overwhelmed for 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden, it stops. I'm in full sobbing, and then I'm not at all. I'm totally cool. It passes like it never happened. And I'm fine. And then at the same moment, my friend comes out of her fainting spell. It's over. And we go back to the campsite, and nothing else happened. The friend that came with us, who was drunk, and didn't cause any problems from being drunk, it should be noted, although he was silly and stumbling around. But, nothing bad happened because of it. He disappeared at around that time that was happening, with my friend fainting and me having... It's not what full moon is about, no. And me crying. Around that time, right before it stopped, our friend wanders into the forest. No one knows where he's gone. This is pre everyone having cell phones, so we have no way of contacting. We don't see him until the next morning, late into the next morning. He just shows up. So right around the same time that he wanders off, this all just stops. So there was nothing I didn't see a ghost, but I felt very strongly that I had a supernatural experience that was related to this residual energy, of this tragic event, if real, that we all believe, that we have all accepted. We, those of us who were involved, and those of us who grew up around there, that we all accepted was real, just based on the fact that Phil had always had dreams that hinted at this, his whole life. And then I had this experience that tied in with that. And yeah, and maybe it was informed, but it wasn't like we were talking about it. And we had done this dozens of times before. The only difference was that our friend was drunk. And then we were all kind of joking about like, oh, this is gonna be different and weird, and it just put the vibe off. And I swear, it felt like I had a supernatural experience. And I will maintain that belief until I am disproven or I become a ghost myself. And that is my story. Let's race cars. I hope that you enjoyed that. Yeah, it was interesting what happened. And that kind of killed the energy for doing those walks. Like we never really did them again. And or we do them, but like earlier. It really killed the energy. Thank you, Fritz. Glad that you like that. I think I get a special prize for doing this on the first try. Hey! Or I think maybe I get the special prize if I do it again and I beat him like in a certain time or something. You beat me! I don't get it! You can challenge me anytime. Go right to win, babe! I'm not going to do it again. The special prize that you get is like a race log where you get 3 slots to record your best times. But there's no benefit to doing that. This part of Chrono really made me happy. You feel rested, but you're still hungry. Yeah, it's really depressing. I went on a small rant earlier about how this is one of my least favorite parts of the game. It's just not interesting. Nothing interesting is happening. It's like dungeon after dungeon about fighting all the same robots. So I skip sewer access usually. Because like I know that I will benefit more doing it now than I will doing it later. But I just can't be bothered. It's so tedious. There's just so many like little hidden doors and like switches that you have to do and backtracking and like so many fights that you have to go through. There is a little mini narrative in sewer access, which is kind of silly and fun, but it's just not worth the trouble. I'd rather just get into the factory and get out of the future. But this is where I stopped because it made me swap people in and out, and I don't like that. You don't like swapping party members? In this game? Or in any RPG? Like you like to be told what party members you're supposed to use? A lot of paranormal investigators do say that you're more likely to feel emotions or smell something as opposed to seeing a ghost, like when people think of when talking about paranormal experiences. Absolutely. I love watching like ghost hunter-y type stuff, or like stories about like ghost encounters or paranormal experiences. And I mean, for obvious reasons, I always relate so much to it. But like when people, like, you know, we watch like Unsolved Mysteries or something and people are just straight up like, oh, I saw this like Victorian person walking down the hallway of my house. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. But like the ones who are just like, no, there's just like, someone got murdered in this house and you can kind of just feel it. I'm like, yes, you know what's happening. And this one, like Fire Emblem, you hated that one. You hate Fire Emblem or you hate the... So, you don't really play many RPGs though, right, Fritz? Robibo. What's this? It's in bad shape, but it appears to be a humanoid robot. Incredible. Are you ready for that Robo theme? I think I can fix it. This isn't the Robo theme. What? It might attack us. I'll make sure it won't. Machines aren't capable of evil. humans make them that way. 1995. E-dubs, you pity them, don't you? Let me work on it now. What did I say? Let me get to work now, okay? It's so heavy. So heavy. Yeah, I'm not super huge on... I would much... if I had my druthers, I would be forced to have party members at different times. That's always my preferred mode, although it's not super common. Sure, yeah. I don't mind. My thing is, I don't like when I have to choose party members, when I have to choose my own party members, but like they're all blank slates. Like this isn't too bad because there's so many dialogue variations that like you kind of just get to choose the character that you enjoy the most, and you're probably fine. There's very few instances of like combat strategy as far as which, I mean, you kind of want to have a healer around, but they really do a good job of, even though you only have like 6 or parentheses 7 playable characters, of balancing it so that you kind of have everything that you need no matter who you have in your party. Like 4 of the characters are capable of having healing spells. Like there's a lot of variation with magic, and there's very few enemies that are like super reliant on having a particular type of magic. There's a few bosses, but like for the most part, you're kind of good no matter who you have. Whereas like my experience, like right now playing Final Fantasy VII, my issue with that game, as much as I love it, is that the characters are all such blank slates that it doesn't really matter. I can do whatever I want with any of the characters, and like the dialogue isn't that interesting. Like it's not that variable depending on who you have in your party that it really makes a difference. To me, I prefer there to be, if I'm going to have more party members to choose from, I would prefer they all have very distinct roles to play, and that it informed my playstyle, which characters to use, rather than just like, we introduced this character because it was important to the plot, and now they're just like Robo. Like Robo serves a purpose once, and then he just kind of hangs out. You don't really need Robo ever again. He's kind of like one of the least useful party members, in my opinion. He doesn't need to be here. What did you say? You can see that. I didn't like Fire Emblem for all the secret stuff. Like you have your core strong people, but that one weak guy you never use has a storyline with one bad guy that you can join your team to make them talk. Yeah, totally, stuff like that. And Chrono Crosses, the Robo girlfriend size is very sweet. The stuff that Robo has is great. It's just that they don't really invest in his character at all. Like in the main quest, this sequence that we're doing right now is like really the only thing that Robo has in the entire game. And then he's got a side quest at the end of the game that's really good. And that's it. And then just Robo just kind of like fucks off. Chrono Cross is even worse because the whole gimmick of that game is that there's like 50 playable characters, and that you have to play through the game like multiple times and follow different dialogue trees in order to get all the characters, and you can kind of like put them in your Pokedex and call them later on in different runs. So you can actually have all the characters at one time in your party, assuming you've played the game enough times to get all of them, to collect them all. But like 90% of them are useless. And it's the same thing as Final Fantasy VII, where each character has a couple, like 2 or 3 unique abilities. Everything else is allocated. So, you can play with whomever you want, but most of them are just nothing characters that mean nothing to anything. Right, that does it. Gonna give it some juice. Here we go. Good morning!
Good morning, mistress. What is your command?
I'm not sure, mistress. I'm Bunny. And this is Cap. And A-Dub's here. Fixed you.
Understood. Madam A-Dubs fixed me.
Just A-Dubs will do.
Impossible. That would be rude.
Look, I hate formal titles. Don't you, Bunny? Hate them.
I understand, A-Dubs.
All right. Now, what's your name?
Name? My serial number. It is R66Y.
R66Y? Cool. Oh, that won't do at all. Come on, Cap. Let's give him a better name. Let's see. He'll probably never see this. DJ. DJ, that's perfect. Your new name is DJ, okay?
I am DJ. Data storage complete.
Hey, DJ, why aren't there any people here?
But what has happened here? There were many humans and others of my kind in this dome.
I think something awful happened here.
It would appear so. But how is it that you survived?
We came through a time warp from the year 1000. While exploring Dome, we learned there was a gate here. We found you when we came looking for the gate. But the door to the inner chambers is locked, so we're out of luck.
The power is off. If we go to the factory up north, I can pass through security and activate this dome's generator.
You do that for us?
You repaired me. Now it is my turn to help you. But the generator won't run for long, so someone must stay behind to open the door while the power's on.
Then Bunny or I will stay. Why don't you hang out? Right, I'll handle things here. RPGs are fun, but I'm getting to an age where video games are more fun with other people, so I tend to lean towards games with multiplayer. That's totally respectable. I don't have that. I don't have that same inclination. I prefer to play alone most of the time. I like single player stuff. I just can't get into just like stuff that's built for multiplayer. Like if it's a game with a strong single player campaign that has a multiplayer suite, fine. If it's good, you know, like I used to rock and roll on GoldenEye back in the day. But like I tried playing Apex and I'm like, it's fine. I'm just like, it doesn't grab me. Oh wait, I want to save before I commit to this. I can do this in 30 minutes. What do you say? If I go over a little bit, that's fine.
Thank you. Override security system 0.
Uh-oh. You've already got spells, dude. Heck yeah. No one has any magic. Okay. Aura beam. Get those doobles. Alright, let's go. I have to go. Let's go. I prefer single player games also when it comes to multiplayer. I really only go for co-op. I'm too competitive to enjoy PvP stuff. So aside from Smash Ultimate, I generally avoid it. I think I almost have the opposite problem. Like, I'm not very competitive at all. Like, I'm more in it to have fun, but everyone else is competitive, so I end up just being like the one like casual troll who's like bringing the party down. I forgot which way I'm supposed to go first. I think it's the left side. Let's find out. No, this is right. Break things mad, but just I don't have a good time. Yeah, if it's like too one-sided, I'm that way. Like I used to love playing Smash with my friends back when I had friends in real life, and it was always a party, and we had such a good time with it. However, I've entered a few tournaments, and I just get absolutely shit wrecked. And I hate that, because it's just like, oh, this wasn't fun. You just like completely destroyed me, and I'm just sitting here now. So I think if it's an even match, I don't mind losing at all, as long as we have fun. But if it's completely one-sided, that's boring and not a good time. I don't know if I can actually do this the way that I want to. Are too evenly spaced. Shit. I got caught on the edge. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just we'll just have a few fights about it. Who's your Smash main, Tenchi? I can't remember if we've talked about this. Do you have tourney experience? 2 semifinals? It's usually me saying, let's just play it. There's just something about Smash that makes it fun for me no matter how I'm playing it. 1v1 with competitive rules or 8-player free-for-all is always a good time for me. Maybe it was more the fact that when I entered the tournaments, it was one-sided, but also I was playing with a stranger. Palutena. And then during Pura. Say that. I've not played Ultimate, so I'm not familiar with those characters. I usually play Sheik. A big Sheik main. Also Ness. I do like playing with Ness also, but that's a little bit more of a challenge to. Like, if I'm playing a lot of Smash, I can do Ness. I can't just pick up Ness. Like, I really have to have, like, a lot of warm-up time. Is Palutena, like, considered the best, like, in a way that she's, like, completely busted and, like, not fun to play against? Like, when we played Melee and they put Marth and Roy in there, and it was just, like, anyone who played Marth and Roy was just a dick. Come on. Dudes. Thank you. Lordy. Alright. Okay. Brawl Meta Knight busted. Oh, Meta Knight is busted. That's right. Smash 4 goes what everyone considers to go top tier. Barely sure. Doesn't who you talk to about Smash. It's just everyone can be everyone. Sure, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. And there's always, I mean, yeah, some of the characters are just, like, more tanky and have more DPS, you know, type builds. You know, like, first it was Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon used to be completely broken, you know? Not broken, I guess that's unfair to say. But, like, Captain Falcon was, like, the man to beat, you know? And then it was Martha and Roy, and, like, you know. So on in that fashion, I guess. Well, no, I mean, because, like you say, everyone can beat everyone. If they're properly broken, then it doesn't matter what you do, you know? I do recall everyone complaining a lot about Meta Knight. I haven't spent a lot of time playing the main, like, PvP on Brawl. I've really just played the story mode. Meta Knight is loads of fun to play in that context. Oh, I forgot whatever that is down there. I'll get it later. $400 G's, VVs. All right, secret code XABB. Mine are reversed, so XABB. If I had just done that from memory, it probably wouldn't be confusing, but because I read it, it's confusing to me. So I have to think about how I have my buttons mapped. Whoa! Some great passive Smash Bros. Player. I'm trying not to play against anyone, but the loss is my bad thing. Yeah, me too. Me too. Same. Big same. Mood. It's all about good company. You learn a lot from losing. Hell, I came back from a best out of 5, 2 matches, and then half of the third, I got my ass handed to me, but I learned and pushed to game 5. See? It's character development. That could be a Disney movie, Fritz. Damn it. XA. That's what it is. Okay. XA. Just like, alright, let's have some cooldown, low stakes gameplay so everyone can just shake it off. That might be part of it too, because like playing in a tournament is, even if you, I don't know, for me, like even if I'm just there for like, you know, bragging rights or whatever, like it does feel like the stakes are so high for me, and like I get super tense, so maybe that's also part of me not having as much of a good time. What up? What you doing? Last defense lock code named Zaby. Translation: XABY. Zaby. as in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies and zabies. Alright, I'm gonna try and get that present. I don't want to go through that gauntlet again. This game was ahead of its time. Yeah. Yeah, of course it was. In every regard, it continued in ways that we don't even know yet. I've only done attorney once back in my Melee days. Yep, I only made it to the second round, body my first opponent, then got body myself. That's pretty much what happened to me too. I think I did like two. I think I did 2 Melee tournaments that pretty much had that exact experience. And that might just be being generous. I might have been bodied. I remember distinctly that I did really well in the first round on 1 because I got my false hope. And then once I got to the second round, I realized what the rest of my life is going to be like. Go. No, no, no. Okay. Oof. I really want that present. It's probably something dumb, but I think it's a weapon for Luca. I also did, I went to New York City, and I was in a tournament of Raw Deal, which is the old WWE trading card game, which was loads of fun. It was one of the best times I've ever had playing a game, playing Raw Deal. Yeah, but boy, oh boy, I went in thinking that I was king shit, and I got flushed, my friends. Royally flushed. But it was actually, I would later find out that it was the same, I believe, the same comic shop hosted that Danny Sexbang used to work at before he was relevant. So that's a fun thing for me. Of course, I don't know if he was there at the time, or if he was working there even. But that is a fun fact. I have a tournament better. First round, I win. Second round is a win from no show. Third round is very close, then I lose by an inch. That is a very specific pattern. Fight these fools. Debuggers. I'll debug your face. Cut to 11-year-old Preston in 1995 playing this game, not having the fucking first clue what debugger means. Second of all, just get scared after seeing your burst. Yeah, absolutely. It's a vote of confidence right there. 3 of 4 tournaments, then the 4th was a complete shit show. That's wild that that happened to you so many times. You need to organize. These fools. There's some hard moments. There's a C minus to us. Wow. Nothing that you do is a C minus, Fritz. Oh, Fritz. I got my CDs in just this evening. It's dedicated to you. It's not like formal, like it doesn't say it's dedicated to you, but I'm telling you it's dedicated to you. I will get him on the phone. Are you talking about that one asshole? Or the cool one? I don't know. Well, there's gonna be, you can order them Actually, I don't know. If you order them, I don't think the money goes to me. I can't remember if he said he was going to split it with me or if it was just going to... I think he's going to split it with me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm probably just going to say it give it a pay what you like kind of affair. You know, I don't have any expenses to recoup other than, you know, whatever I think that my whatever I think my own time is worth retroactively. So I'm not really worried too much about my profit margin. What am I doing? Oh, I just got a thing. I don't remember what I got. There it is. I miss him so much. Edgar and I used to say we can't be the last one in class. That's how an adult film would start. What? That's that's something. You still hang out with Edgar? Are you and Edgar still friends? All systems down. Defense lasers are off. Fight these little assholes. Everyone's in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sure, I appreciate you hanging out. I didn't expect you to hang out even this late, Sensei. I really appreciate you. You are one of the good ones, and I will tell everyone that. Yeah, you too, bud. Thanks so much for hanging out. Titan Vest. Does that do a thing? I finally get you there when you choose. Yeah, of course. You're always appreciated and always welcome. I know I go on late for you, for everyone else besides people who live on the coast. But I absolutely value your presence. Always. All right, don't fuck this up. X A B Y. Oh, good. I'm glad. Don't fuck up. That's tonight's life lesson. The wisdom that I would like to impart to you. Don't fuck up. If you think you might fuck up, don't. Stop doing that. Emergency! Security system has gone haywire. Must escape immediately. Fucking run! Hurry, now! I have a work walkie, and although it's been slow, anything can happen at any time, and I wouldn't know about it. Well, I don't want you to be in a bad spot. Take care of your business. Health-wise, how we doing? Pretty all right. I left it somewhere. Oh, Fritz. I feel good about that. Only like 20 to 30. What's that? It's in my cock. Fritz. Fritz. These are my friends. R64Y, R67Y, and R69Y. Good to see you. ran out of my office to see if I got called. They're all clear. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Was your fuck up that you left it in the car? And yet you were worried that you were being called? That you had some emergency that was happening? Some calamity that you didn't know about? Some celebrity who needed their priceless artifacts protected? What are you doing?
You are defective. You have been tainted.
Pardon?
I'm malfunctioning. Affirmative. I defect.
I'm a defect.
Have you forgotten our mission? All intruders must be eliminated. That was my purpose. You shame us. You must be destroyed.
Body slam. I love when the robots punch and they just like pull all the way back. Ugh. DJ, Cab, DJ's getting whipped. Fucking do something about it then. You want me to just run into this pile of robots? My fuck up was I had been sitting on my hiding spot waiting for something to happen, but how could I know about things if I don't have my walkie? That's a very good point.
Please stop.
Please. No. My boy's getting trounced. DJ.
Now to take care of the intruders.
You cocky boxes of bolts. You'll never get away with this. Bust 'em up, bust 'em up. I'm gonna bust 'em up. It's pretty fun playing this game with headphones on, I gotta be honest. The stereo mix of the sound on this game is really good. I'll be going late, so I want to leave on time tonight. Sure. Well, I'm gonna be done, and that's basically as soon as this boss fight is over, I'm gonna be bouncing off. All right, later, my friend. Always a pleasure. Don't fuck up. Fritz says hello. She says hi. She's packing. She's packing for a trip. So she's distracted. This should be it. But I'll set up an RA just in case. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bopped. Bop, 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 bopped. DJ, they trashed him. Wow, what should we do? DJ just got creamed. Cap, let's take him back to A-dubs. Can you repair me? Shh, don't talk. You are trying to save our world. I don't know how far we'll get, but that's the plan. Anyway, DJ, what are you going to do when you're repaired? What am I going to do? Yeah, I mean, what plans do you have for the future? A-dubs. No one has ever asked me that before. Just learning how to be human. Learning to have emotions, and wants and desires, dreams, aspirations. Good morning. DJ, you're all right.
A-dubs.
Oh, A-dubs, you're incredible. I hope I never have to do that again.
A-dubs, I have made up my mind. I want to go with you.
Pardon?
There is nothing left for me here. Together, maybe we can give this planet of ours a chance.
Then let's go. The gate's up ahead. Hang on to your shorts.